Hey everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Good thing that I have this hobby that I can enjoy staying indoor and spending my time tweaking and enjoying my music. Today is I'm going to review this Denon PMA-SX11 integrated amplifier. This is a JDM only model that they sell in Japan, and this one is like a directly transfer many things from a top of the line model. Previously SX1, which replaced by SX1 Limited. So this one is a lot of technology and know-how is transferred from top of the line models. So designer is a very same guy, the chief engineer. His name is Arai Takashi-san. So he designed PMA-SX11, SX1, and SX1 Limited. I have nothing to complain on build quality other than, IEC inlet, the AC inlet, it's lower part of the back panel. So I prefer to have it at the middle. So that's about it. Other than that, these knobs and dials and everything is precision. There is no backlash on this volume control knob. This one is super solid. I don't think you can get better than this when it's come to analog volume control knob. So build quality is price to performance and quality ratio that I got is about perfect. There is nothing to complain on build quality in and out. You will see the inside video as well. So most importantly, the sound quality. So let's start with my setup. My setup is very simple, using the Marantz UD7007. Primarily I listen to USB DAC or SACD disc, and I went through a lot of music, every sort of different kind of music. Then I never felt that my Metallica Black Album FLAC file never sounded better. I would love a little bit more from this player, because this amplifier need better front end pairing components, so I have to go step up on that and later in the future. Totally musical, very engaging sound. Tonality is rich, very warm, not overly warm though, and it's about right. There is like a balance and fine line between warm and neutral. So if it's overly warm, I cannot listen. There's no life in the music if it's too warm. If it's too neutral, that is is not enjoyable. So this is the where's the fine point and borderline that really need to be careful when they design these kind of equipments. So this one is just about perfect. Very musical, smooth and rich, non-fatiguing sound I can listen to for hours and hours. So my biggest problem with this amplifier is I cannot stop listening, and then I cannot stop cranking it up. So that's a problem, because I don't know how loud I was listening to. It's so musical, so engaging. There is no fatiguing sound. So sometimes I was listening to like 9800 dB loudness. So that's the thing that I have to be very careful, because it's not good for my ears. And relatively a small room, and I sit very close, about 6 feet away from the speakers. The musicality, the best I have ever had in my system, or I have ever listened in this price point. So compared to other models like Yamaha AS3000, Luxman 507, this one is significantly better. Overall musicality and power and sound reproduction and engaging tone signature. It's like a pure class A like sound quality with power to control and drive the speakers. Only downside is the heat. Ideal temperature is 145 degrees Fahrenheit in that region on the heat sink. So that's pretty warm, or actually pretty hot. If I put my hand in there, I can feel the heat. Really warm in here. So for the summer, I'm gonna need a new rack, because I have to put in the free space for this equipment. Overall sound quality, to summarize, musical, engaging, tonally rich, reproduction is very good, and then sound stage is very wide. Sometimes The nuance and the small notes come from the left, come from the right, come from the top. So things I have never had experience. So I was like, man, this is like a totally different soundscape and sound signature that I'm experiencing. So this one is totally outclassed many other amplifiers that I had tried. Next thing is phono stage. This one you see a type phono stage, which is exactly the same phono stage that they're top of the line SX11 limited or SX11 models. Benefit of CR type phono stage is super quiet and clean and transparent, very detailed sound signature without overly doing anything. And if you have a really good clean disc, you will not know that you are listening to vinyl. That's how much this one can get quiet. I have to go up to like 9 o'clock position to get my profile loudness level when I'm using the low output MC cartridge. This one is so much quieter and so much musical, so much detail like I have never heard before. This is the almost perfect that I can get. Class A like mid-range, Class A like highs, the smoothness, overall warm, rich and engaging sound with very good quality bass control, clean and deep bass control. I'm hearing more bass like never before, given my this bookshelf mini monitor speakers. It producing bass, like low rambling bass in the soundtracks that I have never heard before. Only my weakest link is right now is this speaker. So in near future I will be upgrading to different kind of speakers, so I will let you know which one I went with. With saying that, this speaker is not bad at all. I mean, I never thought that Bowers and Wilkins speakers would sound this warm and engaging like I'm been having experience with this combination. So this one is totally musical integrated amplifier that can drive any kind of speakers. Knowing Denon, their power rating must be rated very conservatively, because this one only put 120 watts at 8 ohm, 240 watts at 4 ohm. So if I measure it, I will find out the actual output. Usually they put out more than the rated output. An amazing thing about this one is the power supply can handle more current than some of the monoblocks. I'm very happy that I choose this one. I pushed my luck because I bought this one without listening, based on friends' recommendation and doing my research and some reading Japanese reviews. So I'm really happy that I have this one, and this one is here to stay. I will be enjoying next 10-20 years in my system. In the near future, I will be upgrading my speakers. So that's it. I'm very impressed with this integrated amplifier, and I'm totally enjoying it, very engaging, and I can't stop listening. Sometimes I take it up to like 105 dB loudness. It's crazy loud in this small room. Composition, sound stage, everything stay retained and stay musical, stay engaging. Isn't it amazing? Because it's very hard to get to that kind of level loudness and stay retain the overall soundscape and musical sound signature. If I go up on better speakers, how much benefit I will be having. So this speaker is only the limiting factor in this system at this moment. This is here to stay. This is my everyday integrated amplifier for my music listening. And by the way, first 2 weeks was terrible. I mean, bright, and I can't even listen to it. But after 350 hours or so, everything settled down. All of a sudden it shows warm and rich tonality and very big, wide and rich soundstage with very good bass control, very musical mid-range and upper frequencies. Probably the best that you can do in this price point. Only thing that you can do better is go to pure class A or full-blown tube setup. Solid state, I think this is one of the best you can get in this price point, under $7,000-8,000. That's how good they are. And next thing is, if you have this amplifier, be patient. It's not gonna show you true color, true sound signature until like 350 hour or so, and you will hear all of a sudden warm and rich sound signature. So that is my experience in this system. I never thought that Bowers and Wilkins speaker will be sounding that warm and rich with a deep sound stage. If you are in the market, if you don't mind having, step down transformer, I can totally recommend you to use this one. So that's it, my friends. That is my review. There you have it. Thank you for watching and happy listening. This back panel color is a little bit different compared to my other Denon or other manufacturers that they use, because this one is a copper based special paint. All the screws are made of copper as well. Right now I'm connected with the low output MC cartridge, so this button is push in, and down below is, if I have moving magnet, I can use this input, and after that is CD and network tuner and auxiliary input. Pre-out is here. These kind of plugs are this one, and disable the pre-out, so just leave it there if you're not using it. So underneath is recording in and out, RCA connectors, and the middle of it is balance. And the speaker binding posts are really good, probably one of the best. High quality speaker binding post. It can take very heavy duty speaker wires. Probably like a 7/8 gauge, I think. Production date is 2019. I really wish the AC inlet is right here in the middle, so that way it won't get in the way of a speaker wires hanging down here. The polarity of a balanced connections. This is Japanese domestic market only model, so they use the 1 ground, 2 cold, and 3 hot. So here in North America, 1 ground, 2 hot, 3 cold. So they are inverted. If I want to use it with the any other components are designed for outside of Japan, I can slide this switch to use it as an inverted, or I can also invert it from SACD player. This SACD player is designed for North America, so it has the correct pins. 1 ground, 2 hot, 3 cold. But inside setting menu of that SACD player, I can change it to inverted as well. But I like it, and I really enjoy this amplifier. I never thought that my Bowers & Wilkins 706 S2 will sound very warm and engaging. Not overly warm though. I'm using the Allen wrench. Whoa, that's pretty heavy. As you can see here, top cover is already treated with the another piece of a metal sheet here. So it's already treated to stop it from ringing. I don't need to do any dynamic treatments on this one. These are the screws that I took out from the top cover. Place them properly as the position from the cover, because I want to make sure they go back in where they came from. So this is the input power that goes into transformer. So this is the line that you can see, white and yellow. These are all aluminum casing. It's sand-casted aluminum casing that house the power transformer to supply stable current and control the noise and noise interference. So this is the custom power transformer with custom capacitor mounted on custom casing made by sand-casted aluminum. So this is the balance input connections with the inversion switch. So this is the pre-output area that you can connect to other amplifiers. This portion of the input stage for the line inputs, and also that's the CR type of phono stage. This is a must-have phono stage for me. This is really high quality phono stage that built in here. In my opinion, it can go toe to toe with up to like $2,500 phono stages. So this is a power amplifier section. This is the dedicated power supply for phono CR type phono stage. The solid aluminum panel. This one is like, I don't know, 4-5 millimeter thick. Okay, next thing is volume control section. This is the volume control knob. That is like a big solid chunk of aluminum, round aluminum, that the volume control knob section is mounted. This is the electrical motor, and this gray wire, this thick gray wire, goes to each side of the power amplifier to control their volume. So this is a fully discrete circuit for volume control knob, and this is 100% analog volume control knob. So this whole section, the power amplifier section, is mounted on or copper suspension right underneath it. The whole section, both sides. That's the you're looking at the right channel power amplifier. This is a wall divider between the input stage and power amplifier. Here's a gray looking piece of a metal. That's the noise control treatment, vibration control treatment. That's prevent the noise interference between each section. 2 sheet of a metal. It's really thick, probably like 1/4 inch thick or a bit thicker if you combine 2 metal. So this is the outer wall, the casing. As you can see, there is a lot of treatment as well. This area is treated with the sheet metal. The 2 big sheet metal, the treated wall top to bottom to reduce the noise interference. And this is where the adjustment is, as you can see, the little dial. And here's the light emitting diodes here. Green LED lights are always on. It's not bright at all. If I put the cover up, I can't even see it unless if I turn every lights off. Since I don't have the lid, so you can see LED lights. So it's not for decoration. I think it's the purpose of showing the condition of the unit. And if I change the input to phono stage, then another green LED lights will turns on from the CR type of phono stage right here. This is a new thing to me. I never had an amplifier like this before. Here's the my in-room thermostat that you can see outside temperature and inside the house temperature. Right now temperature is very mild, but in the summer when it gets warmer, I really need the open space for this amplifier. So I'm going to measure the lid temperature. As you can see, middle of the lid temperature is 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's remove the lid. This amplifier is idling this morning. I just want to show you the idle temperature. Let's measure the heat sink. The heat sink is 146 degrees Fahrenheit. So Celsius is 63 degrees Celsius. So it's average around 142, 145, 46. That range depends on the location on the sink. The transformer either 104, capacitor either at around 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's measure the power amplifier board. Power amplifier board is 148 degrees Fahrenheit. At idle, 64 degrees Celsius. Finished playing for 2 albums, about 1.5 hours. Volume control knob is around 8:30 to 9 o'clock. At the 9 o'clock position, it will get me around like 95 to 98 dB loudness in this room. So let's open it up and see what's the temperature inside. I can feel the heat here. Its temperature stayed the same on the heatsink area after that level of loudness playing, but on the circuit board of power amplifier, it will go up to like 156.7. So that's the circuit board temperature on power amplifier. That's after 1.5 hours of playing music at the 85 to 98 dB loudness.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you. Look at the sky.